responsibility is to protect American citizens.
I was just listening to the president today talking about ICE, how we should have their backs, and I totally agree with him on this. The Democrats are a bunch of hacks. Now, all they care about is open borders, illegal immigrants coming into our country, and then giving them all this free stuff. You know, why should we cater to the illegal immigrants and worry about what everybody else does? You know, let's do what President Trump said. Let's put Americans first. The Democrats don't want that. They want to cater to the illegal immigrants. They want to give America's wealth away. You know, we had 8 years of Obama doing that. You know, we don't want that anymore. That sucks. You know, why should America make itself poor because of other countries too lazy to do what we've done? You know, Mexico is a third world country compared to us. We should not have a trade deficit with Mexico. We shouldn't have a trade deficit with the European Union or Canada. Now, who cares what them frickin' Canucks say? You know, build a wall on the northern side, on the northern border too. Keep those freaking Canucks out of our country. They don't like us anyway. You know, I could care less what them Canucks think about me. You know, they could stay up there and stick their hockey pucks up their rear end and go play frickin' hockey that way. You know, this is America. Let's take care of our own before we start taking care of others. Let's put America first. That's what Trump is trying to do. Let's put America first because that's what should happen. America should come before any other country because that's what other leaders are going to do. They're going to put their countries first. So what is wrong with the president putting our country first? You know, these brainless liberals, they got their brains in their ass if they have any. I mean, you could dig a hole right next to each other, dig two holes, and you tell a Democrat, okay, now which one's a hole in the ground, which one's your ass? And if they point it, you know, you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground then. I mean, come on. You know, America is great. She always has been great. You know, we may have stumbled like in a song Charlie Daniels did. You know, this lady may have stumbled, but she ain't never failed. You know, let's keep her from failing. Because America is the greatest country in the world. You know, this is the only country where we may not agree with what our government says or does, but you have to respect the office of the presidency. Don't go around beating somebody up because you disagree with them. You know, that's not America. We can agree to disagree. You know, without hurting each other. And that, you know, the Democrats are going to cause another civil war. They caused the first over slavery. And it was the Democrats. It took a Republican president to free the slaves. Jim Crow was a Democrat. Nathan Bedford Forrest was a Democrat. He's the one that started the KKK. You know, so the Democrats don't need to try and make it out like it says Republicans. And the Democrats now, they want to abolish ICE. Come on, you know. If we tried to get into Mexico illegally, we will go to jail. We would do 10 years hard labor. You You go to another country, you enter that country illegally, you're going to go to prison. That's all there is to it. So why should we be any different? All we're doing is deporting them back to their own freaking country. They're not going to jail, but if people want to come to this country, come the right way. I have a brother-in-law that's an ICE agent, and that man is doing a fantastic job. We need more people like my brother-in-law.
Chilling revelations tonight in the case of a Colorado man accused of killing his pregnant wife and 2 young daughters.
This is sad that Democrats want to abolish ICE.
He claims his wife strangled their 2 daughters shortly after he asked for a separation. He told authorities that
this is messed up.
And then he strangled his wife.
And the socialism stuff, it's just one step away from the United States becoming communist.
Is accusing pageant leadership of manipulation and bullying. And tonight, a growing number
Russia was communist, and they're turning back to communism. Cuba is communist. North Korea is communist. China is communist. Look, Venezuela, might as well say, is communist. Socialism does not work. Do you understand that? Bernie Sanders and that little Mexican girl, whatever her name is, in New York City? Can you comprehend that? Or do we need to put a big billboard up and write it in crayon so you can understand? Maybe somebody can draw you a picture. And then Bernie Sanders will go, oh yeah, I know what that is now. And Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, you ugly woman, man. You look like somebody's brother. You're almost as ugly as Chelsea Clinton. That's ugly. We don't want socialism in the United States. And remember that phrase, the United States. We have the longest running type of government in the world. Don't go and screw it up. Anarchy doesn't work. That's what socialism will cause, anarchy. This is wrong. Our forefathers did not intend for us to be heading down the path towards socialism or communism. If we're going to turn communist, why in the hell did we fight in Vietnam? Why did we fight the Nazis? Why did we go to Korea in the first place? Why did we fight World War II? If we're going to go down that same road.
Chris Gallagher, thank you very much. Now tonight,
Hitler killed 6 million Jews, if not more.
Thank you for having me.
And Stalin killed I don't know how many of his own people. Castro killed a lot of his own people. That nut in North Korea killed a bunch of his people. He killed his own brother. I mean, come on. And in China, look at the Beijing when the students had the uprising there. They ran over people with tanks. Communism, socialism, however you want to put it, does not work. Look at Venezuela. Those people are going hungry. They are fighting each other for food in the garbage cans. No health care. And they tried to have a one-payer system there in Venezuela. It did not work. A Wake up, America.
Never bullied or silenced you. She went on to talk
You
about,
know,
Trace mentioned, their actions have consequences. We've now lost $75,000 in scholarships.
This is
as a direct result of the
a path we don't want to go down.
Folks had a visceral reaction to
And
that.
I know that a lot of people doesn't want to hear what I'm about to say, but
That's exactly what I thought.
we're living the end of times. The Antichrist is getting ready to raise his ugly head. And when that comes, God is going to take away the shroud of protection that he has around the United States and Israel. Because our country at one time was a God-fearing country, and now look at our country. We've turned our back on God. They put up a satanic statue in Little Rock, Arkansas. They want to take down our 10 Commandments. They want to take God out of our Pledge of Allegiance. They want to take down "In God We Trust." They want to take that off of our currency. What is this country coming to? Now, you people need to wake up. Thank God we have Trump in office right now, trying to fight for our religious beliefs, trying to keep America to being a God-fearing country again, like our forefathers intended. They wanted the Bible to be taught in school.
Well, let me read you something a bit snarky, I will admit, from Ellen
People
Schorber
just don't care
of This
anymore.
Woman Journal. She says, this brouhaha between the current Miss America, whose name I admit I never knew, and the reigning pageant executive.
We need to take a long look at our country before we go down the road socialism and communism.
By trying to be all things to all women, Miss America went from irrelevant to irritating in less time than it takes to produce another pageant.
We don't want to go down that road, because we do, our country's done. We won't have a country because we won't have borders. We won't have, like Margaret Thatcher said, socialism is good until you run out of other people's money. When you run out of other people's money, it sucks, because then what are you going to do? Because they don't want to use their own money. That's why they use other people's money. You know, so we don't want to go down that road. We need to keep the country the way Donald Trump has it going. Our economy is booming. Unemployment is at record lows for blacks, Hispanics, Asians, and women in the workforce. I mean, come on. The President Trump is probably the most pro-black president we will ever have. He's done more for the black community than Obama did in 8 years. You know, so people want to call him a racist. He's not a racist. If he was a racist, he couldn't love his own grandkids because they're Jews. His son-in-law is a Jew.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
So if President Trump was a racist, he wouldn't be able to love his own grandkids or his daughter, because she's Jewish. She converted to being Jewish. So, you know, the way I look at it, if being Jewish was good enough for Jesus, it's good enough for me. So, I'm going to leave it at that. And just say one more time, you know, before we head down the road to socialism and communism, think long and hard, because once other people's money runs out,
imagine experiencing this level.
What are they going to do?
This heightened state of car buying bliss. These feelings are not uncommon.
Capitalism works.
where you can get a great deal on the Honda Pilot.
Just look at our economy.
This U4
Capitalism
and
works.
Honda Summer Spectacular event. So come experience it for yourself.
Until my next video, God bless you. God bless America. Thank God for Donald Trump.
Named part of 2018's best